so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings, and they know they won't tell me what to believe in. Hey, so fake woke, same old, safe zones. Hey, so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a very good reaction here on Very Good Christian Podcast. I am Blair, and I'm going to be reacting today to a rapper known as Tom Macdonald. I've listened to a couple of his songs. There's a lot of controversy surrounding him. I don't get why at this point, but maybe we're going to find out because today's song that he just released is a song called Fake Woke. Let's just check this out together and see what all the fuss is about. So this is Tom Macdonald, Fake Woke.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb.
Okay, so the first thought is that, you know, Tom Macdonald, I think he's one of those rappers that, from what I know about him, he might aim to be controversial, and I don't really see him as that. He seems to push buttons and then come across as if, you know, he's like he just said, you know, he's afraid he'll get killed for it. And I mean, I'm not aware of any death threats against him or anything like that, so I don't know if that's genuine or if that's kind of this mask that he's putting up. But the line on Cardi B is interesting because it's true, you know, she's got radio hits. Of course, WAP or WAP was a popular song that I still haven't listened to, and I won't.
It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump.
That's okay. Sorry. So I actually had this thought recently, is, you know, when I was 12, I think the Eminem show came out. So before that, he had his other songs like Kim and Kill You, and of course the Cleaning Out My Closet, one of his most famous songs, and they're all about murdering somebody. And he does use a lot of you know, homophobic language in his older stuff. So I'm really, it's really funny, but it's interesting that he put that out there in a rap, because I guess he's got no issue with calling out rappers or other artists in general. So I like the fact that he's touching on hypocrisy in that way.
Doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the...
Wow. Okay, so now I can see a bit of why he would rub people the wrong way. And coming from a Christian perspective, and I know that Tom Macdonald is not a Christian, so I don't have any reservation on saying I'm pretty sure he's not a Christian. However, the idea that he's talking about, he talks about not get stoned to death for having your opinions, and unfortunately, there are cultures where, still to this day, where, you know, if you're gay, they will kill you for being gay or just for being a professing Christian. There are religions that do kill Christians just for being that these days. So again, you know, not that he's a Christian or necessarily defending Christians in this song. Maybe he's kind of defending the Western idea of Christianity, those Judeo-Christian values, but I'm at least interested in the song. It doesn't appear that he's just pushing buttons. It appears like he's really being genuine in this. Who knows?
All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
Okay. So it is true that on both sides of the media, you have your Fox media, and then you have your CNN, MSNBC, and everybody else, really, as far as mainstream goes, that really do push this white versus everybody else, unless you're, woke white. So, yeah, this idea that we're slaves because we have a phone, we can't see this cage that's around us. This cage is what our minds are focused on, and it's true. And no matter who you are, Christian or not, I think we should really be careful about our media consumption, about the way that we use computers, the way we use phones, TV. It can be very detrimental, and we can really brainwash ourselves by being so obsessed and putting our faith into what the media says, putting our faith into what various YouTubers or even rappers, not unlike Tom Macdonald. So, this idea that we can't see this cage that we're trapped in, I like that. I like the imagery that he's painting here.
They so fake woke, facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke, same old safe zones. They so fake woke, facts don't care about your feelings.
I think he's saying they so fake woke and facts don't care about feelings, which, to be honest, was clever when I first heard, I think, Ben Shapiro say it in some Q&A, but now, so many people beat facts don't care about your feelings, and not that it's not true, but I think Tom's, he's a little behind the ball on that phrase. I don't know if he's used it in another song or not. The chorus is catchy. I kind of like the, not mumble rap, but it's a little hard to understand. I have to listen carefully to the words of it, but it doesn't seem like he's wasting space in his songs. He's got something to say, and he seems to be trying to make that point.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home.
Again, I don't know if he takes sides generally, but this one now he's kind of saying maybe the right wingers or the far right or those kind of mindless right wingers who hate people because they're staying home or hate people because they are wearing masks. It's true that masks are very politicized now, just the idea of wearing one or not, or staying home or not. And I also like the picture painted of someone who has a daughter being someone that has a daughter, and you pick them up and you're listening to artists talking about having sex and doing all that.
They choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first.
Oh man, wow. Okay, there was a lot there. He talked about the rioting, man. That happened. I'm assuming he's talking about the rioting that went over the summer, the whole Thanksgiving and Christmas issue, talking about celebrating Thanksgiving and not celebrating, the deaths of all the Native Americans. That seems to get people up in arms now. Gosh, wow. He's really, I won't say he's telling it like it is, but he's not holding back an opinion.
You first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke, facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke, same old safe zones. They so fake woke, facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, the the chorus is catchy. I'm not sure if I like all the lyrics that are in it, because it kind of repeats itself. Facts don't care, facts don't care. But at least it's a catchy sound.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression?
Oh, okay. So I did see, and I'm aware of the amen and a woman prayer that was at I believe the House of Representatives. It's interesting that he would put that in there and say it's a microaggression. I'll have to get Sean involved to get into that in a little bit more detail. I like that he referenced that, though. And how do we turn it into a microaggression? Because it seems that they're trying to remove gendered language, generally speaking.
They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
Oh boy. No, I'm not gonna touch that.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah. So as I finish this song, I see it's got 21,000 likes, 105 dislikes, and in the first less than an hour of being out, it's got almost 85,000 views. So this guy, overwhelmingly the people that watch this like it, but for someone with this platform, I really feel to pray for this man, because if Tom Macdonald can use his talent in a way like this, where he is, going against both sides, or at least seemingly representing a bit of both sides, not fully. He definitely seems to have his mind made up one way, but someone like Tom Macdonald could do so much good work. And I really hope and will pray, which is something I don't do enough, for people with influence, and that he will be repentant, for one, and just find the Lord. So Tom, for whatever reason, if you see this, if you see this one reaction on our little channel, we love you, and we're going to be praying for you. If you have been threatened in any sort of way, we'll pray for your safety. And thanks for making this song. I respect your talent, and I really do hope the best for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this review of Tom Macdonald, Fake Woke. Let me know in the comments if you love this song, if you hate this song, if you agree, disagree. Did I miss anything about him? Please give me context for this song, and leave a comment below suggesting some songs to react to. I'm still new at this, so thank you for your grace and for watching. Love you guys, and please consider just donating on Patreon, I would love to do this more, be able to afford a better microphone, better headphones, actual lighting, any of that stuff. So yeah, just thank you guys for the view. Please leave a comment, like or dislike. Let's have a conversation. Thanks. Bye-bye.